Before I start my topic, I would like to clarify that my research methodology is case study. We have to choose one research methodology. So my research methodology is case study plus interview. So we have to take one case, but I took 3 cases and 10 interviews I conducted. My core objective to take this topic is to spread awareness. Hello and good morning everyone. In the month of April 1996, the general election of Lok Sabha came into the power. But in that election, it was a hung parliament. It means no party has proven the majority. But Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji has formed the government and it was last long for 13 days. Because of no confidence motion, he lost the government, and after that United Front has formed the government in which H.D. Deve Gowda ji has formed the government. In that election, 59 lakh crore people were eligible to cast their vote because of universal adult franchise. And 49% of the people went for casting the vote. Hello, namaskar everyone. My topic name is Hotchpotch. I am Krunalsinh Jadeja, PGT from Genius English Medium School. This topic is related to coalition government. So what is coalition government? That all these things we are going to discuss. These are the topics which I am going to cover. That is the objective, historical background, the meaning of coalition government, the significance of coalition government, my case study, references and all. What is historical background? In 1935, in Britain, the coalition government, it means the Conservative Party was in rule. And Winston Churchill was in the rule. At that time, the Labour Party, from Labour Party, Clement Attlee was in the coalition government of the Conservative Party. Then after the World War II, in 1945, the Labour Party has formed the government and they came to the power. And everybody knows because of them, we got the independence. So we can say the India got the independence because of coalition government. In historical background, I would like to also add that the coalition government started basically in India from 1977 from the Morarji Desai government. My objective is to choose this topic, to understand the complex election system in India, to spread a maximum awareness among the citizen of India to at least give the vote. Because if I would like to say from 1952 to 2024, only 62 to 64% of the people are going to cast their vote. So if we will spread a maximum awareness, the maximum number of people will be going for casting their vote. What is the meaning of coalition government? Coalition words came from the Latin word coalitio. It means to develop together. What is the coalition? When one party does not have a clear majority, collide with the another party, that is known as coalition government. There are 2 forms of coalition government. One is a pre-poll alliance, another one is the post-election alliance. What is pre-poll alliance? It means when a small party merge with the national party or a big party that is before the election, that is known as pre-poll alliance. What is post-election alliance? When a party after the election, just we have seen in 2024 election, JDU and TDP merge with the BJP party, that is the post-election alliance. There are 2 forms of government or the democracy. Everybody knows the one is a parliamentary form of government, another one is the presidential form of government. Parliamentary form of government is what we are following in India. It means a parliament is supreme to decide and to frame the law. Here we are not considering the president as the supreme one. Whereas in USA, presidential form of government, the president is the ultimate to decide about their country. And in that election, the people are going to cast their vote in the presidential election, and everybody knows because in USA literacy ratio is high. So it's easy to understand the election of president than compared to the India one. What is the significance of government? It gives you the broader representation. What is the meaning of broader representation here? It will help for economic development. If the coalition government, if the government is stable, the foreign investor will attract towards the India to invest more, and that is how our economic development is going to increase. What is the checks and balance? The coalition government, if anybody is doing mistake or if anybody is deciding on their own, so there is always check and balance in the coalition government. The people will be there to ask you the question. What is concession building? Concession building is here. It means when a person is having a majority feels that I am like a god and I can rule whatever I would like to weigh. And whatever I would like to decide for the country, they will decide without asking anybody. So here, to remove that feeling, we will have the concession building. It will give you the role of Lok Sabha more priority. It will be having cooperative federalism, that is the good power sharing that everybody knows that in Israel, in Britain, and most of the democracy, you can take the example, they are having the coalition government. What was my first case study? My first case study was on the election of 1989. In 1989 election, 49% of the people went for casting the vote, and 48 lakh crore of the people were eligible to cast their vote. In 1989, Congress has proven the majority. It was not a hung parliament. Congress has proven the majority, but the president has invited Janata Dal Party, that is of VP Singh government. VP Singh has merged with the BJP as well as Janata Morcha and formed the government. So in 1989, the government was formed by the VP Singh government. And why not Congress? Because at that time, there were so many incidents were going on that is related to Punjab scandal. Everybody knows Blue Star operation. That was Bofors scam, Babri Masjid issues, and so on and so forth. My second case was related to 1991. Why after only 2 years there was a general election for the Lok Sabha head? Everybody knows it takes too much expense for the election. So because the BJP has took its support back from the Janata Dal, so VP Singh has lost the no confidence motion into the parliament, and Narasimha Rao has formed the government in which 61% of the people has casted their vote, and 57 lakh crore people were eligible to cast their vote. In 1991 government, when the election were conducted, at that time the environment was not so good because the Babri Masjid issue was going on, and because of which the environment was not proper, and then too we conducted the election. Everybody knows after the 1991 election, we have reformed our economy with the liberalization, privatization and globalization, which leads to the good development for our country. What is the pros and cons of coalition government? It leads to the proper governance. It means Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and mobile, that is related to financial inclusion. UPI transaction as per 2024 data, 2 lakh crore of the UPI transaction were recorded in India, and which is one of the highest world record. What is the cons? The difference of opinion and ideology leads to the difference of the decision. So the example of it, the demonetization as well as the indirect tax which came into the force as in the form of GST. What is the pros again? It gave you the situation based policy making. Whatever the situation is and whatever the time is, accordingly we have to decide the things. And the example is liberalization, privatization and globalization was needed in 1991. It means our economy was going through the crisis, so we need to reform. Right, though it was a coalition government, but coalition government has also helped the ruling government to decide the things. We have in 1996, Atal Bihari Vajpayee has done the nuclear test. Jan Dhan is the example. What is lack of trust? When a coalition government does not have a trust with the party which they collide, so we know the Waqf bill and 3 farm laws bill were not passed into the parliament. When the leader is enough mature, they can decide whatever the needs, right? When our enemy nation has attacked on us, and when we wanted to give an answer, we gave by the Balakot airstrike. What is the things may get delayed? Since 2014 to 2024, only 2 bill went to the parliamentary committee discussion. Our parliamentary committee head right now is Mr. Kiran Rijiju. What is the parliamentary committee work? The work of the parliamentary committee is to discuss and debate the different bill. And if the bill is enough discussed and debate, then there is a less chances of lacuna. So we, people like you and me, are not going to face any problem in the governance. What is interrelationship of all the party? When the party is having the good relation, they are going to able to pass the bill easily. As we have seen in the Enforcement Directorate bill, that is the Prevention Money Laundering bill, which was passed easily in the parliament. What is intraoperability? Earlier when we used to go to the store, if we would like to pay, if it is Paytm scanner, we were only able to pay by Paytm. But nowadays we can pay from Google Pay, from Beam, any application. So that is known as interoperability. What is lack of implementation? When the party is in coalition, they are not able to implement the laws nicely, and that we have seen in the recruitment of Chief Election Commissioner. In the rubrics, fourth number point is related to terminologies. So I have used the different terminologies in my presentation. What is hung parliament? As I explained, hung parliament when the no party does not have a clear majority, that is hung parliament. No confidence motion passed in the Lok Sabha when the party who is having the trust for that ruling party, at that time no confidence motion is going to pass. What is JAM, Jandan Aadhaar Mobile, LPG liberalization, privatization, globalization, Enforcement Directorate, Chief Election Commissioner, anti-defection law. When a person is continuously changing its party, on him or her anti-defection law is imposed, so a person cannot be MP again. What is lambdaxation? If, for an example, in 2019, I got elected as an MP of Lok Sabha, but in 2024, unfortunately, I could not. To say me bye-bye, my colleagues will arrange the session that is known as bye-bye session or a lambdaxation. What is majoritarianism? Everybody knows when the party is in clear-cut majority, that is known as majoritarianism. General election since 1952 to 2024, 18 elections were held, in which in 1977, first time coalition government was formed, that is by Morarji Desai. From 1989 to 2014, it was a coalition government. 2014 and 19, both were the majority government, and again we formed the 2024 government, which is of coalition. But when in 1952, the seats of Lok Sabha was only 489, but nowadays everybody knows that it is 543. We have reduced the 2 seats. That earlier it was 545 by 104th Constitutional Amendment Act, that was earlier given to the Anglo-Indian people. What is Punji Commission recommendation? This commission came into the force in 2007 related to center and state relation to have the good cooperative federalism in our country. It has given so many recommendations, but I would like to highlight the center-state relation. So they have asked to change the concurrent list, as well as they have asked to change the recruitment of Chief Minister too. My conclusion in a normal word is, there should be minimum common goal between the coalition government, collaboration and coexistence needed in all the sectors of society, not only in politics. There should be less minimum goal and more national goal, and that is how we will be able to have proper governance in our country. These are my awareness drive. I had 10 different interviews, 8 telephonic interview, 1 interview with Advocate Agara sir, of course 1 interview with Mr. D.V. Mehta. He's a chairman of Genius Group of Institute. No information needed more. These are the bibliography which I visited the website when I was preparing my topic. These are the bibliography. Actually, I read 18 theses for preparing this topic. Here I was able to mention 10. More 8 is mentioned in my written. I have a small video to show. I had spread the awareness at different place. So please. As everybody knows, charity begins from home, though it's not allowed in the survey to spread the awareness in the institution. But yes, of course, at the different 3 places I spreaded the awareness. So I started my awareness from our school when the driver bhai and Ayamasis were taking the lunch. So I utilized my time. So that is optimum utilization of time. Yes, thank you. Any question, please?
Jadeja, you like bullet train. You like lots of information in the 15 minutes, like 6G.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, audience, your question.
તમે જે આ અવેરનેસ પ્રોગ્રામ કર્યો છે એમાં જણાવી શકો તમે શું શું એટલે જે કીધું છે એ અત્યારે અહીંયા શું સમજાવ્યું છે તમે?
Can I answer in Gujarati?
What people
Yes,
they have.
સૌપ્રથમ તો મેં આપણી ઇલેક્શન સિસ્ટમ કેવી છે, જેમ કે અગર મારે તમને એક્ઝામ્પલ આપવું હોય તો આપણે બે ટાઈપથી વોટિંગ કરીએ છીએ. એક તો FPTP ફર્સ્ટ પાસ ધ પોસ્ટ અને એક બીજું છે PRSTV, જેમાં આપણે વોટિંગ નથી કરતા, પ્રપોઝનલ રિપ્રેઝન્ટેશન બાય મીન્સ ઓફ સિંગલ ટ્રાન્સફરેબલ વોટ, જેની માટે ઇનડાયરેક્ટ ઇલેક્શન હોય. આપણે પ્રેસિડેન્ટ, વાઇસ પ્રેસિડેન્ટ અને રાજ્યસભાના લોકો માટે એવું વોટિંગ હોય. તો મેં એ લોકોને આ બંને સિસ્ટમ સમજાવી, જેનાથી દે વર વેરી મચ ઇન્સ્પાયર. અને પછી મેં એ લોકોને સમજાવ્યું કે 60 to 64% આપણું એવરેજ વોટિંગ છે. તો જે લોકો વોટિંગ કરવા નથી જતા, ઇધર તો એ લોકોને ઇધર તો એને રૂલિંગથી પ્રોબ્લેમ છે, યા તો એ લોકોને કોઈને વોટ નથી દેવો. તો વી હેવ ધ ઓપ્શન ઓફ નોટા ટુ પ્રેસ એટલીસ્ટ. ઇફ યુ વિલ પ્રેસ ધ નોટા, તો ધ રૂલિંગ ગવર્મેન્ટ વિલ કમ ટુ નો કે યસ, ધીસ મચ ઓફ ધ પીપલ આર નોટ એગ્રીડ અપોન અવર રૂલિંગ. તો મેં આવી બધી વાતો એ લોકોને કરી, અને મેઇન મારું અવેરનેસ કેમ્પેન એ હતું કે વોટિંગ એટલીસ્ટ આપણે કરશી, રાઈટ, તો જ આપણે રૂલિંગ અથવા તો ઓપોઝિશનને બંનેને આપણે સ્ટ્રોંગ બનાવી શકશું.
એટલે તમારું અવેરનેસ એ હતું કે વધારે ને વધારે વોટિંગ થાય. ને બીજો મારો ક્વેશ્ચન એ છે કે તમે એક સ્લાઇડમાં ચેક એન્ડ બેલેન્સ સિસ્ટમ સમજાવી, તો કોઈ એક અમેન્ડમેન્ટ કે કોઈ કેસ સ્ટડી સાથે કનેક્ટ કરીને કંઈ સમજાવી શકો તમે અત્યારે?
હા, ઓફકોર્સ. ચેક એન્ડ બેલેન્સ માટે હું અગર તમને એક અમેન્ડમેન્ટ આપું તો 103 નંબરનો કોન્સ્ટિટ્યુશનલ અમેન્ડમેન્ટ જે એક્ટ થયો, એમાં સેન્ટર અને સ્ટેટના રિલેશન વચ્ચેના જે પાવર હતા એ ડિક્રીઝ કર્યા, રાઈટ. સો દેટ ઇઝ ધ વન એક્ઝામ્પલ, 103 કોન્સ્ટિટ્યુશનલ અમેન્ડમેન્ટ એક્ટ.
કોઈ એવી ઘટના એના પહેલાં કંઈ, કારણ કે અમેન્ડમેન્ટ લઈ આવી તો કંઈક ને કંઈક ઘટના પાર્લામેન્ટે કાંઈ કોઈ આપણું
ફાઇનાન્સ કમિશન
અગેન્સ્ટમાં જઈને કાંઈ
આવું શું કામે કરવામાં આવ્યું? તો કે ફાઇનાન્સ કમિશન એવરી યર બધા સ્ટેટને અલોકેટ કરતું હોય બજેટ. હવે એ બજેટ જ્યારે અલોકેટ કરે તો ઓન ધ બેઝિસ ઓફ પોપ્યુલેશન અલોકેટ કરે, રાઈટ. તો એ સેન્ટર અને સ્ટેટના કેવા ફેડરલ રિલેશન છે એના ઉપરથી એ લોકો જ્યારે બજેટ અલોકેટ કરતા હોય એને પોપ્યુલેશનને ધ્યાનમાં રાખીને કરતા હોય. તો આવો અમેન્ડમેન્ટ કરવા પાછળનું એક કારણ હું માનું છું ત્યાં સુધી આવું હતું.
અને 1951, 56, 61 અને 66માં આપણે જોઈએ તો જે વિધાનસભા છે અને જે આપણી લોકસભા છે એના ઇલેક્શન સાથે થતા હતા, પણ પછી આપણે ક્યાંક ને ક્યાંક ઇલેક્શન સાથે નહીં શકતા. તો એનું કારણ શું છે અને એના એડવાન્ટેજ આપણે જો એડવાન્ટેજ કે ડિસએડવાન્ટેજ તમે?
એવું કારણ તો અગર હું તમને એક બેસ્ટ એક્ઝામ્પલ આપું તો 1970s to 80ની વચ્ચે તમે જુઓ તો આપણે ઇલેક્શનને ડિલે કર્યા બિકોઝ ઓફ ઇમરજન્સી. આઈ વોન્ટેડ ટુ બી ઇન પાવર, તો હું ઇલેક્શનને ડિલે કરીશ, અને જેથી કરીને જનરલ ઇલેક્શન મોડું થશે અને સ્ટેટનું ઇલેક્શન તો ટાઈમ જ થઈ જશે. પણ સ્ટેટમાં પણ જ્યારે ઇમરજન્સી હોય, આર્ટિકલ નંબર 352, 56 અને 365, 3 ઇમરજન્સી, પ્રેસિડેન્શિયલ ઇમરજન્સી, નેશનલ ઇમરજન્સી અને ફિનાન્શિયલ ઇમરજન્સી, જ્યારે સ્ટેટમાં પણ આવી ઇમરજન્સી લાગુ હોય ત્યારે સ્ટેટના ઇલેક્શન ન થયા હોય, તો એની પાછળનું કારણ એક એ છે કે બંનેના ઇલેક્શન મિસબેલેન્સ થયા, પહેલાં સાથે થતા હતા. તો આવી ઇમરજન્સી નેશનલની પ્લસ સ્ટેટની, એના કારણે 5 યર્સ ઘણી વખત સ્ટેટમાં ઇલેક્શન ન થયા હોય અને સેન્ટરમાં થયા હોય, જ્યારે સેન્ટરમાં થયા હોય તો સ્ટેટમાં ના થયા હોય.
અને ક્યાંક ને ક્યાંક તમે મેં તમારા પ્રેઝન્ટેશનમાં જોયું કે પ્રેસિડેન્ટ, આપણે પ્રેસિડેન્ટનું જે ઇલેક્શન એના ઉપર કાંઈ મતની ગણતરી કઈ રીતે કરવામાં આવે છે, પછી સૌથી વધારે કયા સ્ટેટનું મતનું મૂલ્ય વધારે છે, કયા સ્ટેટનું, એવું કાંઈ ખ્યાલ તમે?
હા, ઓફકોર્સ સર. પ્રેસિડેન્ટની મતની ગણતરી PRSTV, આઈ ડોન્ટ હેવ બોર્ડ, અધરવાઇઝ આઈ કુડ હેવ એક્સપ્લેન યુ. પ્રપોઝનલ રિપ્રેઝન્ટેશન બાય મીન્સ ઓફ સિંગલ ટ્રાન્સફરેબલ વોટ નામની સિસ્ટમથી કરવામાં આવે છે, જેમાં અગર 4 પ્રેસિડેન્ટ વોટિંગ માટે ઊભા છે તો મને કોઈ એક વ્યક્તિ નથી ગમતું, આમ છતાં પણ મારે એને પ્રેફરન્સ આપવો જરૂરી છે, ચારેને મારે પ્રેફરન્સ આપવાનો છે. જ્યાં સુધી કોઈ વ્યક્તિ 50% પ્લસ 1 વોટ નથી મેળવી લેતી ત્યાં સુધી એનું વોટિંગનું કાઉન્ટિંગ ચાલુ રહે છે. ફોર એન એક્ઝામ્પલ, 3 જજ પ્લસ હું, અમે ચારે પ્રેસિડેન્ટના વોટિંગના ઇલેક્શન માટે ઊભા રહ્યા છીએ. એમાંથી સૌથી પ્રથમ વોટનું કાઉન્ટિંગ થાય છે, 10,000 વોટ મળે છે. સૌથી લીસ્ટ વોટ કોને મળ્યા તો કે મને મળ્યા, તો મારો નંબર કાઢી નાખવામાં આવશે. એટલે મારી જેટલી ચીટ્સ છે એમાં 2500 લોકોએ એવું કીધું કે કૃણાલ સર પ્રેસિડેન્ટ બનવા જોઈએ, પણ હું તો નહીં બનું. કેમ કે મને તો સૌથી ઓછા વોટ મળ્યા છે. તો જે 2500 સીટ્સ છે ઓર ધ ચીટ્સ છે, એ ચીટ્સમાં મારે સેકન્ડ પ્રેફરન્સ જોવાનો. અચ્છા, સેકન્ડ પ્રેફરન્સ કોને આપ્યો છે? બ્રિજમોહન સરને આપ્યો છે, એને એટલા વોટ આપી દો. થર્ડ પ્રેફરન્સ કોને આપ્યો છે? રાધામોહન સરને આપ્યો છે, એને એટલા વોટ આપી દો. એન્ડ ધેટ ઇઝ હાઉ ધ કેલ્ક્યુલેશન ગોઝ. જ્યાં સુધી 50% પ્લસ 1 વોટ નહીં મળે ત્યાં સુધી વોટિંગનું કાઉન્ટિંગ કન્ટિન્યુઅસ ચાલશે. જેવું 50% પ્લસ 1 વોટ મળી જશે એવો એક વ્યક્તિ પ્રેસિડેન્ટ ડિક્લેર થઈ જશે. આવી રીતે પ્રેસિડેન્ટનું વોટિંગ અને એનું ઇલેક્શન સિસ્ટમ ચાલે.
એકોર્ડિંગ ટુ માય નોલેજ સર, કે આપણે યુપી છે તો એનું સૌથી વધારે મતનું મૂલ્ય
7
હા 728 સમથિંગ
હા,
છે
હા.
અને સૌથી ઓછું છે સિક્કિમનું છે.
હા.
તો જ્યારે કોઈ યુપીના છે એમપી છે એટલે ટૂંકમાં જે વિધાનસભાના છે એ લોકો પહેલાં કોઈને પ્રેફરન્સ આપશે અને બાકીના જે વધેલા છે એ લોકો બીજાને પ્રેફરન્સ આપશે, પણ જે મતનું મૂલ્ય વધારે છે એને જ પહેલાં પ્રિફર કરશે ને ભલે આને ટૂંકમાં ઓછા મત મળ્યા છે કે આને વધારે મત મળ્યા છે, તો એ રીતે હોય છે.
હા, એટલે એ તો સર એના જેવી વાત છે કે જ્યારે સ્ટેટને ફાઇનાન્શિયલ સપોર્ટ આપવાનું વાત હોય ફાઇનાન્સ બિલમાં, તો એક તરફથી સેન્ટ્રલ ગવર્મેન્ટ એવું કહે છે કે વી નીડ ટુ કંટ્રોલ ધ પોપ્યુલેશન, પણ આમ છતાં પણ જ્યારે પૈસા સેન્ટર પાસેથી સ્ટેટને લેવાની વાત આવે તો આપણે પોપ્યુલેશન ઇન્ક્રીઝ કરવી પડે, તો જ આપણને વધારે પૈસા સેન્ટ્રલ ગવર્મેન્ટ સ્ટેટ ગવર્મેન્ટને લોનના, મતલબ નોટ લોન બટ એક સેન્ક્શન જે સેન્ટર સ્ટેટના બિલ હોય એના સબ્જેક્ટ્સ હોય એના હિસાબે આપે. તો એ તો તમે સીટ વધારવી હોય તો તમે પોપ્યુલેશન વધારી શકો તમારા સ્ટેટની.
થેન્ક યુ સર.
લાઈક દેટ્સ બેઝ ઓન ધ પોપ્યુલેશન. અમેરિકામાં બી એ જ છે. અમેરિકામાં બી કેલિફોર્નિયાનું સૌથી વધારે છે એનું વેઇટેજ. સો 7 સ્વિંગિંગ સ્ટેટ્સ આર ધેર ઇન અમેરિકા, તો એમને બી પોપ્યુલેશનના હિસાબ યુપીનું પોપ્યુલેશન સૌથી વધુ છે અને એ તો રહેવાનું જ છે. યસ, નેક્સ્ટ.
નમસ્કાર સર.
યસ સર.
સર, તમે પીપીટી પ્રેઝન્ટેશન કરતી વખતે એવું કીધું કે 2024ના ઇલેક્શનમાં બીજેપી સાથે જેડીયુ અને ટીડીપી મર્જ થઈ.
કોલાઇડ સર.
તમે મર્જ બોલ્યા, મર્જ થાય તો પાર્ટીનું અસ્તિત્વ જ ન રહે ને.
સોરી સર, સોરી. કોલાઇડ સર.
ઓકે,
Beginning, sir, just a minute, sir. From the beginning of my presentation, I used to use the word collide, but by mistake, unfortunately, I could have used it, so it's okay. Sorry.
We appreciate you. Huh? Audience. Yes. Sikkim representation.
Okay. Hello. Okay. So I have one question. I will ask on current scenario of India. So my question is, under what circumstances does the coalition government formed in India? Can you please enlighten us with your knowledge, sir?
Yes. Under what circumstances when a party does not have the clear-cut majority? For an example, if I'll talk about 543 seats right now we do have, if we don't have 275, more than 275 single party seat, then we need to be collide with the other party. If the other party will give you the support, then only you will be able to prove the majority. If not, if you are not able to have the coalition, then also for the 6 month and 6 week, you can rule the country. We have the time in our constitution. You are having a time to prove the majority for a 6 month and 6 week. Then after, if you are able to prove the majority, you will be able to continue ruling, or else you need to prove the majority, otherwise your government is going to collapse, or you need to lose the election.
Okay, one more question. How many seats should be there to form the majority party in the parliament?
543 divided by 2.
And what is this, required seats to be in the parliament, how many seats should be there to form the coalition government? Under what circumstances?
I'm not getting you, sir. As I said, you need to have 277 seats only.
Yes.
Then only it's majority. Right?
So if it's getting below one, anybody is none of the party is getting like 277 seats, then they form the coalition government.
No,
right?
sir, it's not like that. In
it's like
2019, BJP won the majority and they did not need any support.
I want to say again, if BJP party is getting 277 seats, then that's majority. They will form the government. But if none of the party in the parliament in the election is getting below 277 seats, then coalition government is
then
formed.
coalition government.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you need, more than 50% favors you need. In this auditorium, if we are 200 persons right now, if more than 100 persons, they are saying, yes, we shall continue with Intellect Meet, That's it. If not, then we'll have somebody for coalition government. Yes, anybody else?
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
More
Yeah.
questions.
Yes, sir. Bhavesh, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's start from the beginning. In the objective, you have said that your objective is to spread the awareness about the voting. Okay. And your topic is something different.
Okay.
Means your topic is about collide government,
True.
where you have highlighted what is coalition government, how coalition government gets formed in India, how they have ruled in India.
Yes, sir.
So means my point is that how you can match these two things, collide government and this spreading awareness of election.
Okay. First of all, the objective to spread the awareness related to voting. If a person is going to cast the vote, for an example, I would like to ask you a counter question. Whom would you like to be a strong, opposition one or a ruling one?
According to the capacity. Not sure.
Actually, both should be strong. Here what we are doing, we are making the ruling one more stronger than the compared to opposition one. Then opposition is not able to answer opposition is not able to ask the question to the person, those who are in ruling. So there should be always constructive criticism from the opposition. And that is why if the people are not going to cast the vote, how the opposition or the ruling party, ruling is going to get the majority with the coalition government. But if opposition is not strong, how opposition is going to ask the question to the ruling one? So that's why I took the objective to spread the awareness related to voting. First we will vote, then there is no requirement of coalition. If we will vote, then opposition is going to become strong more.
Means I think if we will give the vote also, then also the government will be collide.
Jadeja, yes.
Because it is about on the basis of
right.
votes only.
He is right.
It will be basis on the votes only. Suppose if we all will give vote here to somebody and the vote will be segregated into 50-50% ratio, then it will be a collide government. We have given the votes in full amount. So I think it is not related about the elections.
He is an account teacher. So his calculation. See, I want also going to ask you the same question. That your topic is Hotchpotch, मिली जुली.
Yes.
एक फिल्म आई थी मिली, इसमें जया भादुरी सी वॉज द हीरोइन, और एक फिल्म आई थी जूली, जिसमें कोई संध्या या somebody आई forgot the लक्ष्मी was the heroine. So Millie and Julie. Just to take you on the lighter mode. I was also going to ask you the question that your topic is Hotchpotch, Milli-Julie government, coalition government. You would have asked the audience that what is your opinion for Hotchpotch government? Whether Hotchpotch government should be there or not. Whether coalition government should there or not. The cause and pros of the government, that also you would have asked. Your intentions to spread awareness related to voting is highly appreciated. But what sir has raised the issue, I was also going to ask you at the end of the interaction. But sir, you are faster.
Thank you, sir. Okay, now let's move on to the next. Sir, as you have said that
Yes.
collide government gives the more opportunities for the economic growth. So can you please first tell me what is economic growth?
As I said, sir, in the broader representation, when the coalition government is there, if a coalition government is deciding the factors nicely, it gives the good impact among the foreign nation. If foreign nation is going to get inspired and they are going to give the more, business in India, they are going to attract towards the India and start the business. If there is a stability, that is why I said in my conclusion, there should be minimum common goal between the collide government. If there is a minimum common goal and less minimum agenda and more national agenda, then it's going to helpful for the economic development.
Okay, let me highlight it. According to me, economic growth is the situation when your country's output is rising rapidly. That is economic growth, actually. And if we want economic growth and if we will depend about the foreign investors, as sir has said that if we will have the collide governments, then the foreign investment will attract to the India actually. But sir, I just want to ask a general question to the audience, where you would like to invest your money, where the government is stable or where the two party has made the government stable. Means always sir, the this foreign investors are always like
Sir,
to invest
sir,
in the
I
country
agree.
where the stability would be there. And
Sir,
suppose
sir.
I am a foreign investor and I would want to invest somewhere,
Jadeja,
then
answer.
if I wanted to invest at somewhere, then I will prefer
I have already convinced.
the
Sir,
country.
it is quite logical, but experience is something different. Let first Kajal madam should, then I will. हाँ, ना ये पूरा कॉमर्स का टीम है, हैं? चौकड़ी है.
I think, sir, it is based on the situation. Okay, like as you asked about investment, when we do investment, we have to think so many aspects. We don't go for any one. It is a kind of one area where we need to take into the consideration when we go for investment. But when we invest anything, it is based on the situation, which kind of situation is prevailing in the country. And sometimes we have seen, sir, the stable government is also not giving us that kind of confidence, and somewhere it is also hampering. So my question to your answer, your question is my answer, is like it is based on situation, which kind of situation is prevailing. So I think it is a one kind of area where we need to take into the consideration. Thank you.
Agreed. Sir, investor will definitely think for stability.
Investment and all, then investment, sir, be frank, the investment always comes about the resources.
Perfect, sir.
Okay,
Perfect.
and when one government comes, we knows that all the resources goes to the government only. Okay, this ministers and all. अब ये सोचो, सभी को मैं हिंदी में इसलिए बता रहा हूँ ताकि सभी समझ सके, अगर एक पार्टी कोई गवर्नमेंट बना रही है, फिर भी कंट्री के आधे रिसोर्सेज पे वो हक जमा के बैठती है, अभी दो पार्टी मिलके वो गवर्नमेंट बना रही है, तो रिसोर्सेज ही नहीं बचेंगे. तो अगर रिसोर्सेज ही नहीं बचेंगे तो जो इन्वेस्ट करने वाला है, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इन्वेस्टर्स एंड इन्वेस्टर्स आर नॉट अ फूल पीपल. अगर वो मूर्ख होते तो इन्वेस्टर्स ना होते. तो वो पहले ये देखेंगे कि ये कंट्री के अंदर तो भाई इन्वेस्टमेंट दो पार्टी में बिका हुआ है. एक पार्टी के पास इतने रिसोर्सेज है, दूसरी पार्टी के पास उतने रिसोर्सेज है, तो वाई टू गो इंडिया? इंडिया नहीं जाना, बेटर टू गो चाइना, क्योंकि वहां पे वन पार्टी है. वहां पे इन्वेस्टमेंट हमें ज्यादा रिटर्न्स देगा.
To give answer to him. Sir, after 1990, do you have the idea how much foreign investment we came to India?
Yes, sir. Investment ratio after 1990 reforms has been raised about 47% in both FII and FDIs.
Yes. So, sir, don't you think so? That is, at that time from 1989 to 2014, we were only having coalition government, and then two foreign investors were coming to India.
But
so they need to think
no.
that there is already coalition government.
The situation was exactly different at that time. See, अगर आप 1991 की बात कर रहे हो तो 1991 से पहले हमारे पास इन्वेस्टमेंट इसलिए नहीं आ रहा था बिकॉज 1956 में गवर्नमेंट ने एक पॉलिसी बनाई जिसका नाम था IPR. उस पॉलिसी को बोलते हैं इंडस्ट्रियल रिजोल्यूशन पॉलिसी, जो थी 1956 में बनी, गवर्नमेंट ने बनाई. अब वो पॉलिसी ये थी कि इंडिया के अंदर जो भी की इंडस्ट्रीज हो गए, जैसे सीमेंट हो गया, कोल इंडस्ट्रीज हो गया, आयरन इंडस्ट्रीज हो गया, उसके ऊपर सारे हक अधिकार सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट के हो गए. हम जैसे लोग सिर्फ खाखरा पापड़ अथाना बनाएंगे. ठीक है, मीन्स कॉमन पीपल. जो भी हमारे यहाँ बैंकिंग सेक्टर, जो भी मीन्स रीच वाले सेक्टर है, वो गवर्नमेंट रखेगी. और हमारा एक पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस ये रहा है कि जब भी हमने फॉरेनर्स को इनवाइट किया है तब जाके हम स्लेव्स बने हैं, और वो हमने एक्सपीरियंस किया 200 सालों तक ब्रिटिशर्स के साथ. तो हमारे इंडिया के अंदर एक्सपोर्ट, इंपोर्ट और फॉरेन ट्रेड प्रोहिबिटेड था बिफोर 1991. इसीलिए हम फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर्स को आने ही नहीं देते थे कंट्री में। अगर कोई नेसेसरी गुड्स और सर्विसेज हमें मंगवानी है तो वो हम गवर्नमेंट को एप्लीकेशन करते थे, जैसे कि कोई मेडिसिन्स मंगवाने, और गवर्नमेंट बाद में हमको जाके छूट देती थी कि चलो भाई मेडिसिन्स मंगवाने की छूट है, तब जाके हम एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट कर सकते थे। यानी कि 1991 से पहले एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट या फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट का कोई क्वेश्चन ही नहीं, क्योंकि वो बैंड था।
बट 1991 में कोलिशन गवर्नमेंट वाज देयर।
हाँ, बट वो कोलिशन भी इसलिए बनी क्योंकि वो फाइनेंस, जो सर ने जो रीजन बताया, द मेजर रीजन इज फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस सर। क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट ने सर 1989 आते आते 233 कारखाने बनाए अपने, और वो भी बिग स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज, और वो 233 कारखानों में से सरप्राइजिवली 3 फैक्ट्रीज ऐसे थे जो प्रॉफिट कर रहे थे, बाकी 230 फैक्ट्रीज वेर सफरिंग फ्रॉम द ह्यूज लॉस। और दूसरी साइड हमें कुछ काम नहीं करने दिया जा रहा था नॉर्मल पीपल को, तो हमारी कंट्री का जो बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट है वो इतना बिगड़ गया था कि हमें लोन लेनी पड़ी। और हमने लोन ली तो 2 जगह से, एक लिया IMF से जिसको बोला जाता है इंटरनेशनल मॉनिटरी फंड, और दूसरा है वर्ल्ड बैंक, और उन दोनों की शर्त के मुताबिक हमें ये चेंज करना पड़ा। So this is the real scenario of 1991.
Better you would have come here, sir.
Sir, next year your topic, you choose the topic related to economic instead of the richness one. So it would be great for you.
So
No, that was also a good.
Excellent, sir. Outstanding. What you said, but see, the government is having many different tasks to done. Economic growth is one of them. Government has to cater many different tasks, where whether coalition or whether single party government, it depends on the performance of the government. See, in coalition government you can have a different brains also. Different brains also. Like you just see between 2004 to 2014, maximum growth of India. And from 2014 to 2024, the one party clear majority government, but when you compare with the overall growth of India, economic growth, then you will find that 2004 to 2014 was better. So I'm not in favor of coalition government, but just
That's why I said pros and cons.
I'm nowhere in favor of coalition government, but what I'm talking, ultimate thing is situational. What Kajal madam she said, ultimate thing is situational. It's not only government has to cater one task only, economic growth only, but of course, and FII is not the only source. It's not the only resource for the economic growth. There are many other resources, because see, FII foreign investor would be not even 2% of the total investment in India. You just calculate. It will not be in our stock market. FII is not even 2 to 3%, 5% more than. So 95% resources are indigenous. Yes. But sir, your way of presentation, your knowledge of economics and accountancy was really fabulous. We highly appreciate. आज हमने एक ही साथ यहाँ इकोनॉमिक्स का भी पाठ पढ़ लिया, पॉलिटिकल साइंस ऑल्सो, अकाउंट्स ऑल्सो, एवरीथिंग टुगेदर. जज इज योर क्वेश्चन.
मुझे लगता कुछ बचा नहीं है. I wonder why you were not the 11th participant in this. You should have been.
Manmohan Singh himself, because Manmohan Singh, he led the coalition government. He himself, he said, you are right, that we are a coalition government. We are a coalition government and we have limitations in taking the decisions. And privatization, though he was strongly in favor of privatization, he himself only initiated privatization, globalization, liberalization in India when he was the finance minister. But then too he did talk, that we are a coalition government, we have limitations to take the decision, and privatization is one of them. One of them. We have limitations to take the decision, and privatization is one of them. So that means coalition government is having limitations also. So it is check and balance, sir.
And sir, I would like to add to your point here. What you said, after 1991, whatever the economic reforms and policy-related reforms that have come, the great credit can be given to the disintegration of the Soviet Union also.
Yes.
Because we were highly influenced by Soviet Union after our independence. So they were just pushing the socialism in our country, that everything should be with the government, private people should not be there, and it was totally against the Western investment. So after the Soviet Union collapsed, US and European Union, they came into the existence, and that is where the liberalization of economy has started, and we are till today we are witnessing the same thing. Thank you.
Jadeja, you have vibrant everybody. Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Put your hands together for Krunalsinh again.